Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. I hope you are well wherever you are in the world and that you have managed to stay connected with some people online through the magic of the internet over the weekend and haven't been feeling too disconnected. I know there's been lots of awesome conversations going on and lots of wonderful teachers sharing their work and their classes, and so hopefully you've had an opportunity to do some dancing online perhaps and stay connected to all of your lovely dance friends across the world. It's really interesting, I think, how just in the last week there's been such an explosion in people putting stuff out there on Facebook, using Zoom for their classes. People are being forced to go online, so it's really encouraging people to take the plunge and share their stuff. So now, even more than ever, we can dance with people from all around the world, which is really awesome. If you have joined me on here, please do give me a little thumbs up as always, or a little heart, or just feel free to drop me a comment at any time if you have any questions. We're going to talk today about some tips for getting the most out of your practice time. So this could be for your dance practice, this could be for your movement practice, for anything that you want to practice. Really, it doesn't even have to be dance related. I did a live a few weeks ago now about the importance of planning your practice. And that's going to be my very first point. So the way to really get the most out of your practice is really try and plan it. And it's probably one of the things that I actually find hardest to do, is to make the time to plan your practice, which is a crazy thing to think about. Sometimes you just want to get on and do the thing, but I'm so much more successful if I've made sure that I've got not just, okay, this is the time I'm going to practice, but I've made a note of exactly what I'm going to do and how long I'm going to do it for. Don't always stick to the plan exactly, and that's totally fine. I might get lost in what I'm doing, or sometimes if I'm planning a class as part of my practice time, then I need to get that finished before I can move on to something else. But at least it gives me the framework and helps me on a path towards what my goals and my milestones are, and things like that. So plan is what I suggest, and you can do this anyhow you like. You can pop a note on just in a notebook if you'd like to do it that way. You can use your phone in Notepad. I'm a bit of a spreadsheet geek, so I've definitely used spreadsheets in the past and done a little column for each day of the week and written some notes down about what I want to do. And what I actually use at the moment is an app called Trello, which is a really nice app. I love the way it works. It has really nice functionality. I really like how it is visually as well. I use it for a lot of my planning and organising, so I really like to use it to help me plan my dance practice. And you can kind of move, it's got little cards and you can move them around and stuff. Go and have a play with it. If you haven't seen Trello, then go and have a play, because it's a fun app to use if you like planning things out but online. So that's my first tip for you: plan your practice. And I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, and it's to remind myself as well as you guys. The second tip is to make a music playlist. This is really helpful, I find, if I am going to be short of time, like maybe I only got like 20 minutes or half an hour, and I need to make sure that I really make use of that time, and I've got quite a few things that I want to achieve. So what do I normally do? So say if I've got half an hour and I want to practice some technique, and I need to have a choreography I have to practice, and I have to practice some of my improv, my fat chance style, then I will make a half an hour playlist, and the first song will be my warm-up song, and then I'm going to have a song that I use for my general kind of maintenance technique, and then I'm going to have a song that I'm going to use for my focus technique. I'm going to talk about the difference between maintenance and focus technique in a minute. And then I will have the improv song I'm working towards. So if Terzim, if we have a performance coming up, then I will use that song perhaps and put that in the practice. If I'm working on a choreography, that goes in next, and then I'll have one final song for like a cool cool down or stretch. So basically you've got a half an hour, each song, you know, is about 4 or 5 minutes. And this really, I just put the playlist on, I know exactly what each song means, so that I just keep going, I don't get distracted, and I get everything done in half an hour. So music playlist, again, it takes a moment or two to set up, but once you've got them going, then you can just put it on and you're ready to go, and you really don't waste any time. So a few people have joined me. I've got Barbara and Charlotte and Sophia, hi, and Sarah and Claire, thank you so much for joining me. And if I haven't seen your name pop up, then hello, thank you so much for joining me. Please do give me a like or a thumbs up. Share it with your friends if you think this is interesting or useful. I'm going to give you tip number 3 now. So I spoke just in the last tip about technique, focus technique and maintenance technique. So what do I mean by maintenance technique? This is planning something different every day. Oh, I've got Cami Little watching. Hi, Cami. Hi, Sarah. How you doing? So the difference between maintenance technique and focus technique. Maintenance technique is something that I like to practice on a weekly basis, and I'll change it up every day. So for example, Monday I will do twists, or Tuesday I will do some hip lifts, and Wednesday I'll do undulations. I'm just pulling things out of a bag here. And it will be just a very simple drill. I generally tend to use Rachel Bryce's studies and intervals for these at the moment. Sometimes I've adapted them again because they've got a really nice piece of music that you just follow along the combo once you've learnt it, so it's really easy to get it done in a really short space of time. And this basically means that every day I'm just refreshing one aspect of my belly dance technique and just keeping those cogs turning over, but I'm doing a little bit of something different every day. So it's like I'm eating the rainbow, as they say. I'm eating the rainbow of my belly dance moves throughout the week. And actually I've got probably about 10 or 12 different categories, so I spread them out over about 2 weeks. That's how I do it anyway. So that's what I mean by maintenance technique. That's point number 3. So I would really have that in really scheduled in every week, so I know that I'm really keeping up each little bit of my technique, kind of keeping it as fresh as I can do. So point number 4 is focus technique. And focus technique is something that I choose to work on. I usually choose one thing to work on a month, and this is something that I will spend some time really getting deep and down and into. So say for example I'm working on my shimmies, then I would choose to slow them down. I would choose to speed them up. I would try them to different pieces of music. I would try them doing them, I don't know, flat foot versus releve. I would try them in different foot positions. Maybe I'd try layering. You know, there's all sorts of different ways you can play with it. Also, I will be filming, and this is super important. I'm going to talk about this in another live video, maybe next week, in the next couple of weeks certainly. Film yourself. So my focused technique, I'm going to be filming it once a week and doing a little bit of self-critique on that. Nice positive self-critique to help myself improve, and to also see the things that I think are looking good in the technique that I'm working on. So that's 4 points so far. The 5th and final point that I have for you today is to have a plan in case your plan falls apart. So it's like a backup plan basically. And what do I mean by this? Obviously we have a plan, and plans have a habit of going awry because life happens. Of course it does. And so what you want to have handy is something easy that you can do easily. If you've just got 5 minutes and you're like, oh, I didn't have time for my half an hour practice today, but look, I've got 5 minutes, I'm just going to do something, and then you know that you've done a little bit of something that day and you don't feel bad because you haven't practiced that day. Also, it just, you know, every little bit adds up, all that little bit of maintenance. So what could that be? You could have your favorite video from YouTube that you like to practice with, or your favorite short drill from Datura Online, or from any of the other amazing dancers who are putting out online content at the moment. And I would save it to your desktop or save it to the home screen of your phone, so you don't have to go searching for it. You it's just there, you know. So you've got 5 minutes, you can really spend 5 minutes, you can focus on that one little thing, and you're like, great, I've done my practice today. Another thing you could do, if you've got a choreography you're working on, or if you're an improv dancer, then the song that you're working on, this could be what you've saved on your home screen or your desktop, so it's super easy to access. So you haven't got time for a full practice, but you're going to practice that choreography, or you're going to practice that piece of improv ready for the performance, and you've got easy access to it. You can quickly stick it on, play it, ready to go, dance, dance, dance. Okay, cool, gonna get on with the rest of your day. So that's my 5th tip. Make a plan for when your plan goes awry. So 5 little tips for you there. Let me recap. We had plan your practice. Obviously, I keep banging on about that. Make sure you have it written down. You know exactly what you're going to be doing. Even if you don't stick to it, you've got a starting point. Number 2, make yourself a nice music playlist that fits what you want to do, so you can just follow along. You don't have to think about it. You don't get distracted. You don't stop. The music just keeps going, so you keep going. Number 3, have some of your maintenance technique, so your technique vegetables, I suppose, and have those a little something every day, something different every day that you're going to keep coming back to on a weekly basis or every 2 weeks. Then you have your focus practice. This is something that maybe you're going to work on in depth for about a month. You're going to look at it in detail, you're going to take it apart, you're going to put it back together again, you're going to film it, and you're going to take the plunge and really look at what you're doing and give yourself some positive self-critique. And then finally, the 5th point was to have a plan for when your plan goes awry. So just having something to hand on your phone home screen, on your desktop, that you can access super quickly and easily. Just do 5 minutes of practice, whether it be a follow along video or whether it be the dance that you're currently working on. It's ready to go, you can do it super quick, and then you've done your practice for the day. So that was 5 tips for you. I hope that's helped. Obviously, a lot of us at the moment have maybe a bit of extra time on our hands at the moment, so it might be an ideal moment to start our home practice, start getting into that habit of doing stuff at home. I would be really interested to know if you have some other tips. Please do put them in the comments below, or if something that I've said resonated with you and you haven't thought about doing it, maybe you're going to go off and try that one next time. Please do let me know. I'd love to hear all about it. As always, if you've got any questions, please let me know, and please share this with your friends, and please tag your friends in the post. Give me little likes and hearts, because then Facebook shares this more widely. That will help me a lot at the moment. Oh yes, this is what I wanted to say. Last thing. Thursday I'm going to be going live again, and we're going to be having a little dance like we did last week. I did 3 live dance alongs last week, and they are still saved on my profile, so if you want to go back and do those, you can do those. I got a bit stuck with the fat chance style because of the way the phone flips it, so we're probably going to stick to fusion until I can work out how to get it flipped so that it doesn't make it really confusing for you to follow along with me. And what else was I going to say? So yeah, Thursday, come and join me for a dance. If you want to actually take a class with me, so my Tuesday night classes that I normally teach in a studio in Brighton are obviously moving online at the moment. So they're going to be on Zoom, and they're going to be starting from, what time tomorrow? 7:15 UK time tomorrow is my Fusion Expansion class. That's an intermediate improvers class. And then the beginners class, Sarah, I see you. Beginners class is at 8:15. So drop me a private message if you would be interested in joining on either of those classes. It's £12 to drop in. And yeah, drop me a message and I will give you the Zoom link for that and let you know how to pay for that. But if you are just looking for a quick dance along, then join me on Thursday and we can have a little dance together for about 15 minutes. So it's been nice talking to you today. Thank you very much for everyone who's commented and joined in so far. Thank you if you are watching on catch up as well. You can also please comment and tag me in it so I remember to come back to it. Cool. I'm just gonna answer some of these comments quickly. Cami likes Technique veggies. Yep. It's cool, isn't it? I like it too. Sarah, oh wicked, that would be amazing to have you join me, hun. I would love to see you in class. So yeah, I'll send you the link and you can come and join us. And Emma says, I'm just going to have to do all the FCBD stuff on the left. Yep, we could do that too. That's a whole other thing. But yeah, I think the angles in my room, my space is so small that getting the angle right as well as doing it on the left and everything, I'm like, woo, it's a bit much. I don't know. But yes, it's something I'm working on, so you guys can follow along Fat Chance style as well. Okay. That's it. I am done now. I'll let you get on with your evening. Thank you very much for joining me. Lots and lots of love, and take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Wash your hands and stay happy. Lots of love. Bye bye.